There he is, one of the very best fighters in the UFC, game-bred fighter himself, Jorge Masvidal, in the house. Wow. What's it like for you? Let me put that a little down. Look at your face. I can't see you. Your lovely mug. Go a little closer to the mic so I could see your face. You good there? Say something.
1 2 1 2.
There he is, the one and only. What's it like for you? And by the way, thank you for coming.
Pleasure, man. You got the heavy security. I think you told them I was a street fighter or something.
Yeah.
They hit me with the metal detector, the pat down.
For real?
Yeah, everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Usually when we have fighters come in here, they don't get that kind of treatment.
Yeah, I think somebody dropped a dime on me or something.
Are you Are you offended?
Nah.
All right. Seems like some racial profiling there. Well, to be honest, they probably don't have people dressed in camouflage walking into a big building. Like
it's cold, man. So in
New York, we're not in Miami right here.
Yeah, it's different out here. The traffic's insane. I got here. It took me like 35 minutes when I was in the city. All the taxis and Ubers and all that craziness, and the people that don't let you make lefts or rights is crazy over here.
The funny thing is, I told my man New York Rick in the back, hey, just he might be a little late, whatever. Check in. You came like 2 hours early.
2 hours early. I got confused on addresses. I was supposed to go to Hensel's place. I ended up here way too early.
What's it like seeing that clip, 2010, young Jorge Masvidal, Bellator, coming off the Toby Imada? By the way, we were talking about the rematch. I know I'm jumping around here, but I'm very excited to talk to you. Why didn't the rematch ever happen? What happened there?
Well, Bjorn Revenue at the time was like a oil snake salesman at the time. He was making all types of promises and this and that, and I ended up just leaving the promotion. And it was a really complicated issue for me to get out.
Oh,
thank God I was able to get out of the promotion, but he was trying to F me with the contract because I had signed an original contract, and it was nowhere near being up, and they wanted to renegotiate already and cut my salary to about half, so I wasn't having it,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did they hold you up?
They did hold me up for a good 8 months. I ended up taking a fight in Japan against their will, and whatever, man. I mean, nothing happened. I didn't go to court or nothing for it.
Does it annoy you that you never got the Imada fight again?
Oh yeah, of course it annoys me. It's nothing personal against Toby. I just wanted to kick his ass, but
you were everywhere, like a submission of the year, all at your expense.
Yeah, it sucks to be like the losing end.
Yeah.
Of it. I still to this day would love the rematch. If he came over to UFC at 170, it'd be on. But
when's the last time you watched that?
Here, my friends love to fuck with me, so every once in a while, like, they'll put something on YouTube. Hey, check this out, and I'll be like, you motherfucker,
Oh,
so
man,
it wasn't that long ago, probably months ago since the last time somebody's hit me with that one real quick.
So when you see that Jorge Masvidal 2010, what's the difference between this one 2016 and that one?
Shit, man, a lot of differences.
Really?
Bro. Yeah.
You've grown a lot?
This one's a lot smarter, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What would you tell that one about what you know now? What kind of advice?
Use condoms.
That's it?
That's the main one.
How many kids you have since then?
Nah, I got 3 kids in total. I got
since 2010?
Yeah, no, in total I got two 3 girls. Two girls, 1 boy.
2 girls, 1 boy.
2 girls, 1 boy.
How many mamas?
Baby mamas?
Yeah.
1.
Hey.
1.
Well done. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All in the last 6 years.
Yeah, all in the last 6 years, pretty much.
Wow, look at you.
No, I already had one. When I already talked to him, I already had one. Then the next one came shortly, and then I had my little man a little while ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
How old's he?
He's a year and 3 months.
So you're not doing like the whole spit up thing and all that?
What's that?
Like when they spit up, like he's past that
point.
Yeah,
he's past that. Hey, he's a fucking maniac, though. Oh, sorry.
Well, no, you can swear. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, he's a maniac, though.
Why?
It's... Because my dad and everybody used to tell me stories about me when I was at that age. Obviously, I don't remember. And they said, like, I wasn't allowed to birthday parties and stuff. Like, my cousins' birthday parties, they wouldn't take me. They keep me, like, locked up. Yeah.
You were a troublemaker.
I was, like, super hyperactive. And I see exactly what they're talking about now with my kid. He's not going to be allowed anywhere.
And the other 2 kids weren't like this?
No, they're girls, and they were, like, they're sweethearts.
Angels.
They're awesome. They got a lot of energy, but they're controllable. My little man is a terrorist, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is God's way of
I don't know, man. This is insane. As soon as he's 2 years old, I'm gonna put him like in something that'll just drain him, because the amount of energy he wakes up every day at 6:30 in the morning, from 6:30 to about 10 at night. It's a terror in my house. He's just going around breaking things. It's nonstop, man. I'd rather be at the gym get like those bad days at the gym where you just go from getting your butt kicked to getting your butt kicked. I'd rather do that than that kid's tough, man.
Why don't you put him at the gym? Put him in jiu-jitsu or something? Too young?
I want to start him in gymnastics first. I got a good plan for him.
Okay.
I want him to play baseball because it's real big money. He could play forever.
Sure.
You know? So I want to put him in baseball. He's gonna know how to fight because I'm gonna teach him, but I don't want him to like make a living off of it.
So is that why you got into fighting? Because you had all this energy back in the day?
No, I got into fighting because I loved it. It was like the only thing that tickled my pickle, you know, that I wanted to do. Like I want to fight, you know. And it wasn't out of like machismo or something like that. It was just I loved it. It's what I like to compete in, you know. Like people play basketball, people break dance. I'd put on the gloves and like box in the front yard, and that would get my adrenaline going. That was like the only thing that would like keep me happy, you know.
Yeah. You started when you were 14, right? Around.
I started like training like already like aggressively towards it. Like this is what I want to do. Start waking up early in the morning before school, going for a run, coming home, going after school, going to the boxing gym, things like that.
So what were you doing before to release that energy?
Getting in trouble.
Really?
Yeah.
Serious trouble?
I've been in all types of trouble, but
have you ever been in jail?
Yeah, a couple times.
What'd you do?
Dumb things, you know. Things that boys do that are dumb. All types of things, from just fighting, you know. And you would think by like because of my career and stuff that I would look for fights. I hardly would ever look for fights. A lot of my friends would get into fights and then it was on, you know.
You would help them out.
I would help them out. I'd always usually throw the first punch. I'm really known, like in my area of Westchester, Miami, Florida. I'm known I got one of the best sucker punches in the business, you know.
Sucker punches?
Sucker punches.
That's not a good thing to be known for.
Hell yeah, it is in the street. It is. If you're a real street dude, you know that you don't tell somebody, hey, me and you outside.
Sure.
You might get shot. You might get killed, you know. So you learn to have like a really good sucker punch and a really good 50-yard dash.
Have you ever been sucker punched yourself?
Yeah.
Hell fun. Yeah. No fun.
No fun. I've been sucker punched when I was like 13 years old.
Have you ever been shot at?
My car's been shot at.
Wow.
Got hit
Not recently though, right?
No. I was young.
All good now.
Yeah. I was like 19, 18 years old.
Westchester. Here in New York, Westchester is known as like a very posh, rich area. Not the case in Miami.
Oh, no. It's not a bad neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
It used to be a little rougher. It's a cool neighborhood.
Where do you live now?
I live close by.
Close by to Westchester?
Yes.
I was actually watching, when I knew you were coming in studio, I was watching some of your old Street Fighter clips. First off, the hair is fantastic.
Right?
What was going on with that hair? You got the big poof?
Man, it was fun back then. Oh, you mean right now or then?
No, back then.
Yeah,
you had a big poof.
Yeah.
Ponytail.
I had the Cuban Fabio, you know.
I like it.
Yeah, well, half the reason I had it was for the chicks. The chicks loved it.
They liked it.
They see the long hair. You didn't have to talk that much. Oh my gosh, I love your hair. I want to brush it. Go ahead, girl. You know, blah, blah, blah. You know,
would you let it down?
Yeah, all the time.
Let it flow.
Yeah, for the chick, you know, fucking hit them with the Bam, the Pantene Pro V.
Right.
Commercial come out of the pool like that. They loved it, you know.
So why'd you cut it?
The weight was starting to become a problem. Like once I got serious in the business, and it was getting in the way of training. You know, I love the long hair and everything, but it was just like too diva-ish for the training, you know.
Okay.
Like these dudes that have long hair and train, hats off to them because it's just so annoying with
like
the headgear
or
anything. Yeah, it's just getting in your face.
Right.
It's fucking, you got this a big ass bun. Somebody gets you in a guillotine. It's like a fucking problem, you know.
Right. Okay, so let me understand something. So you start seriously training at 14. When do you start? When do you take your first fight?
18.
18. Is that street or legit?
No, I had done a couple streets already. A bunch of them.
When's your first street fight?
My first, like for money or just like I got into a fight for something?
No, like it's a real thing. Like people are there to gather and you're like Mr. Street Fighter and there's like an actual crowd.
I got like memory because how it wasn't like official, but it was like, okay, you're from this neighborhood and you had like a friend that fought, and I'm from this neighborhood and my friend was like, man, my friend will kick your friend's ass. All right, let's put money on it. And then all your peoples would gather money, and then all my peoples would gather money, and then we were like, all right, we came up with $187.
Yeah.
Let's do this. And then that's it. The fight was on.
How old are you then?
When I started doing it?
Yeah.
I was young. I was like 14, 15.
Wow.
Yeah, it'd be like, I'd have McDonald's for like 3 months, you know?
What does that mean? Oh, the money that you want?
Hell yeah.
Do your parents know that you're doing this?
No, they didn't know. My mom, I just give her like some money. She'd be like, are you selling drugs or anything? No. You know, honest.
How many people are watching these fights?
Oh, when the first one was like nobody. It was like just the people that were betting and the guys that, you know, if I showed up with like 3 of my partners and he went with like a couple of his friends, you know.
May I have your attention, please?
What is that?
May I have your attention, please?
They found out that you're here.
Building fire safety director.
Oh.
We are conducting a test of the fire alarm
This is.
system.
Ooh.
This has never happened before.
Disregard all alarms
Okay.
you may hear at this time.
Let's see.
Thank you very much.
They're doing a fire alarm test in the middle of our show. How about that?
That's nuts.
They found out that you're here.
I think so. They're trying to shut me down.
Does this mean that the alarm is actually going to go off? Hopefully not. But maybe people are leaving. Can we still sit here? Okay, we're good. So the fight that that was your big breakout was you against Ray, right?
Yeah. Out of the street fights, for sure.
Kimbo's protege?
Yes.
Is that? How old are you in that clip? The first one.
I think 18.
18, and he's a big deal, right, on the streets? Ish.
I didn't know him personally. I had just heard, like, before I fought him, like, watch out for this dude. He's got a good right hand. He's laid a couple people out. I just saw, like, a big dude in front of me. I was like, he looks like a bodybuilder or some shit, you know. I was like, man, F him, you know.
Who contacts you to be a part of this?
Kim, at the time when I was like 16, 17 years old, Kimbo was training out of the same gym that I was training, and they had approached me like, hey, you be interested in doing some fights? I was like, hell yeah. So they're like, all right. Months went by, they didn't never contact me. I didn't think anything of it. I'm in McDonald's drive-thru eating, and I get a phone call. It's like, hey, you want to fight still? I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. So boom, I shot over there, and that was the first one.
That day?
Like, yeah, that same day. It was in behind that laundromat. It's like a laundromat. That's the first one.
Wow. How much you get paid for that?
Nothing. I bet it like on the side with like people and stuff, but like that somebody actually came up to us and gave us money. Nobody.
How much did you win?
Not much. I don't even remember, man. Under $1,000.
Did you seriously hurt yourself in any of these fights?
In the second one, I broke my left hand.
Okay.
You can still see it to this day. The knuckles down here. The rest of them are up here.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought I just like hurt my hand. You know, I didn't think I broke it. And I just kept it like that. Like I didn't do nothing. I just didn't hit the bags for like 4 or 5 months. And I was like, oh, I'm just being a punk. I got to get over it. I had a fight. Eventually, I turned pro. I had a fight. And then I went to the doctor and they're like, whoa, it seems like you have some type of fracture here or you broke it. Have you like done treatment for this in the past? And I told them no. And I figured it must have been in that fight, you know, because that was like the worst pain I had felt in my hand.
So when you beat him, that was a big deal the first time, Ray, right?
Yeah, it was a big deal. I think it was a big deal because I was so little.
Yeah, how much did you weigh in that?
Oh, at the time I was like 160 something.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow. And on the street, did you gain street cred because of that? Like, were people treating you differently because you beat Kimbo's protege?
No, because they didn't put the videos out till later.
Ah.
They didn't. That fight took place and they put the video out like a year later, something like that. So it's not like nobody really knew, you know.
Did they put that video out before or after the second fight?
No, they put it out. Man, that's a good question. I don't know.
What was the time difference between the first and second fight? Did he have a rematch clause? Why'd you give him the rematch anyway?
For started, they started talking shit. His friends like, man, my boy fought 2 dudes, and I said, that's his problem. You
right.
know, I was there to fight. He went when I got there. They go, you just wait here.
Yes.
He's gonna fight somebody else, and then you're gonna fight. So I was like, okay, whatever. Even better for me, I guess. You know.
And you beat him the second time. It looked like he actually rocked you in the second fight.
Yeah, he rocked me. He rocked me both fights. He dropped me in the first one, but I just got up real quick.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
In the second one, I just had like a lack of concentration. I didn't see the right pop. He clipped me, you know. I felt his weight, you know. I had to wait till like 7 or 8 to like regain my bearings and then got back to it.
Whatever happened to that guy?
I think he did a couple pro fights.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he won a couple of them too, you know. He's a cool dude. I've actually ran into him in the street a couple times.
Really?
Cool ass dude, yeah.
You know what I was wondering about those? Like, you ever worried, speaking of sucker punches, there's all these people around that one of his boys, like you're winning, just comes up and nails you.
Oh yeah, that was always a problem. I not in mine in particular because I rolled with a couple of people, so they didn't really try anything with me.
Okay.
But I've been to other ones where knives and guns got pulled out, you know. But that's part of the element, you know. It's not a sanctioned event. There's no cops or there's anything can happen in that. So I never, though I wasn't scared to be in there, I was never like a fan of it because I wanted to compete in its purest form and not have to worry about is something gonna happen, you know, somebody gonna pull a gun or a knife on something stupid like that, and then it gets messed up halfway between the fight, you know.
Right.
So that's always something stupid going through your head, you know.
In total, how many do you think you had on the streets?
Oh, I don't know, a couple.
That's it? Couple? That's 2.
No, more. Like
over 10?
Right around. Since like that for like money, like
me
against you, around 15, 16 that I could think of. Because I remember the first time we did it, and not all of them were bare knuckle, though. A lot of time was those Everglass gloves from Kmart.
Yeah.
Like that, we did a bunch. Like just put the boxing gloves on and just go to somebody quits for money. Like that, we did a couple, and then a couple bare knuckle ones.
But in the back of your mind, you always wanted to go pro, right? And actually make a living out of this?
That was my thing. I was like, man, I'm going to go pro. I was already making a living off of it then.
Wow.
So I was like I just felt like I had a little bit of smartness to it. Like, man, let me get paid while I'm doing this, you know. At least bet money in it because I'm a big gambler anyway, so I just needed to make money at the time.
So why MMA? Why didn't you go down the boxing route? I know you dabbled a little bit, but why did you decide full-fledged MMA is my best shot?
I love wrestling. It's like I love the wrestle. I'm not great at it, nothing, especially in straight wrestling, but I love it. You know, the toughness that it acquires out of you, the technique, everything. You have to be in top shape. You have to have your mind super disciplined. That's why I came out here was to watch the NCAA wrestling.
I know, I heard, yeah.
Yeah, so I love wrestling. To me, wrestling is one of the greatest things in the world. So is boxing. So you put the two together, I couldn't say no.
Did you wrestle as a kid?
I wrestled a little bit in high school. I didn't have the grades to compete, so I would have had the starter spot in the team. I didn't have the grades though.
So you found out that the NCAA wrestling championships were here, and you just said, "I'm coming."
Yes.
Wow. Did you go to all 4 days? No, 3 days.
I didn't get to go, man. So
you didn't go. Period.
So touching.
What happened?
Man, something happened with my tickets.
Come on.
And somebody might come up missing after this show.
Someone
when
screwed
I get
you?
Back. So, yes, when I get back to Miami, somebody might come up missing.
Is it Abraham, your manager?
I'm not gonna say names.
Oh my God, he promised you and he didn't come through.
Nah, he came through.
You should have called me. They offered me tickets, MSG.
What? Oh my goodness.
They offered me free tickets. I said no.
Shit, man.
Really? You didn't go to anything? You came all the way here without tickets?
The thing is, I'm like the type of person, like if I hear like, look, I got this for you, and as little as it might be, like, look, I'm gonna take you here, and you know, it's gonna be like this, even if it's something simple, and I already got my mindset on that. That's what I want, you know. I'm doing it. So when the things came out, it's only gonna be this day, and you're gonna miss session 1 and 2, but you're gonna be there for 3, and then the finals you're gonna be in. I was like, oh man, I just rather watch it from the TV.
Sure.
It, you know. So
have you ever been
live? No. And because the thing is, every time that I've had a fight, it's always around March Madness. So I've missed it, you know, the last like 3 years.
Let me ask you this. You're such a big fan. You watch it all the time.
As much as I can. I don't get to watch TV as much as I want to, but whenever I get to. Like, if I got a choice to watch something on TV, it'll be like either poker or college wrestling.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's so weird that they do it the weekend of the basketball March Madness, because everyone's talking about that. Like, why not do it another weekend so more people are talking about it, get more attention? I was talking to Cormier though, and he actually broke it down for me. Like, I didn't understand anything about it, the weight classes and the finals, how it works. And then on Saturday I watched it. It was a lot of fun.
It was fun, right?
I liked it.
It's like just balls out. These guys are going nuts for 6 minutes. It's quick.
Boom, boom, boom. Weight class. Weight class.
There's no there's no stalling. I mean, it's one of the craziest endurance-based sports I think on the planet, you know?
Yeah, and I like the way it's shot. Like, they get right in there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
And the guy, if you've been to, like, if you just record a D1 practice, if you like see what it's like day in and day out, it's rough, man. It's rougher than a lot of MMA practices or sparring days, you know?
And your boy Colby Covington, used to be a very. He didn't win though. He lost in the finals, I think.
He took fifth. Yeah.
Are you still roommates with him?
We're not roommates, but we're still good buddies. We were just in for my last fight. We were just in Oregon for like a month over there.
What were you doing there?
Wrestling. We were with the Oregon wrestling team. Shout out to the Beavers.
How do you decide to go to Oregon? Is it because he went there?
Yeah, he went there, so he had the hook up there. So I mean, they have an amazing coaching staff. If you know anything about wrestling, you know Jim Zaleski and all the guys that are under his wing are like top notch, you know, and they have a great like stablemate of dudes, you know, that are just insane. All of the guys, they're JV guys to the varsity guys, were wiping the floor with me. So we had a great time over there.
Do you regret that you never went for it in NCAA wrestling? Do you wish you would have done it?
If I could go back to like me as a kid in school, that's what I'd do. I'd get enough grades to be able to compete in wrestling and then just see what would happen, you know.
Who's the greatest wrestler turned MMA fighter of all time, in your opinion?
We talking collegiate wrestling or like wrestling period?
Yeah.
Collegiate wrestling? I don't know. That's a deep talent pool, man. There's a lot of guys that they've held belts.
Okay, not collegiate wrestling. There's an obvious answer here.
I'm gonna say if it's all wrestling, I'm gonna go with my boy Joel Romero.
There we go. Know? I was trying to set you up. I forgot he didn't do collegiate wrestling.
No,
right?
no. He did straight Olympic wrestling.
How's he doing?
He's doing good, man.
Is he gonna be left alone here? Is he gonna come out scot free or what?
From what I've heard, it's a tainted supplement.
Yeah. And
he's gonna be chilling, but I don't know like the officialness of it yet.
Speaking of Cuba, you're half Cuban.
Yeah.
Your dad's from Cuba?
Uh-huh.
Your mom's from Peru?
Yes, sir.
Look at that.
Yes, sir.
How about Barack Obama's in Cuba right now? Do you hear this? This is a big deal. First president since 1925.
It's crazy.
Does it make you proud?
I don't know.
You don't like it?
I know, like, since if you're Cuban, you hear a lot of politics since you're growing up. You know,
Yeah,
I go to
yeah.
one uncle's house, and they'll be like talking crazy politics, and then I go to another uncle's house, and he's completely against everything. So I got a lot of like mixed opinions on Obama helping out the country. You know,
Is it possible that he's just doing it for his own vanity and to say like I'm the guy who
could be.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of my family members think. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is that if you're empowering that communism, you're not really helping out Cuba. You know, you're empowering them to keep doing what they're doing and just keeping people at bay. You know, like it's like living on welfare over there. You know,
Have you ever been?
No matter what. No, I haven't been.
Would you like to go?
Yes and no. One of my uncles used to work for the Cuban government. He actually got pretty high in it, and when he defected, his last name, which is my last name, has had a lot of conflict with him. So a couple of my cousins went there.
Oh,
They got detained for like 8 hours
really?
in like a jail type thing, and then they deported them back. So after that happened, I was like, man, I'm not gonna go because we got the same last name. I don't want to go in and like run into problems, you know.
Was your dad born there?
Yeah.
So he defected.
He defected. His story is crazy. He defected when he was not defected. He came over here when he was 14.
Okay.
Him, his best friend, and his best friend's uncle, they got a tire tractor and they turned it into a raft. Wow. So one of them big tire tractors, they just got that. They get water and they tie it up to the tractor and they throw it, and the water like hangs onto them, and they just took off. It took them like 4 or 5 days. They ended up getting to the Virgin Islands, and then from there they went to the U.S.
What?
Yeah.
4 or 5 days
at sea, and on day like number 3, their water got polluted, so they were like 2 days out there without no water. It's a crazy story.
Wow. Any food?
No food.
Wow.
They had food for like 2 days, but imagine how much planning could a 14-year-old do, you know? So it was reckless, you know.
What about his parents?
His parents, eventually they came here to Miami. My grandpa died a while ago.
Okay.
But yeah, his story is crazy, man. He just took off. He was the first one of the family actually to take off.
That is wild. Did they all survive?
Everybody on that raft, yeah, survived. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Crazy. Is he still around?
My dad, yeah, he lives with me. He was
He lives with you.
Yeah, we didn't grow up together for circumstances in life. He was in jail for like about 19 years.
Wow.
So when he got out, he still had some problems. We fixed him up with the probation and everything. Now he's living with me. Thank God everything's
doing
good.
well?
Yeah.
That's
he
great.
lives with me, so everything's good. You know, he helps me out with my son as much as he can. Like all the time he didn't get to spend with me, he spends it with my son, so it's awesome, you know.
So he's the one that has to deal with the
yeah, he's half the time it's him and then half the time it's me, because that boy's nuts, man.
Does he like that you're fighting? Is he cool with it?
Oh, he loves it.
Yeah? Does he go to your fights?
Not in the beginning part, because he couldn't.
Sure.
You know, but now he tries to. You know, like if they're not the last one was in Korea, so he can't leave the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe this one in May.
Yeah, this one in Vegas, he'll be there 100%.
What timing? We booked you on the show before they announced this fight.
Yeah.
You're fighting Lorenz Larkin, May 29th.
May 29th.
Las Vegas, fight night. You like this fight?
I like this fight because Lorenz comes to fight. You know, he's an explosive dude.
Mm-hmm.
If he has a chance to finish you, he's going to take it, you know. Obviously, I wanted like a ranked opponent. My original opponent was Dum-Hyun Kim, and then I got moved to ban, and now a non-ranked dude. But it doesn't matter. It's a fight, you know.
And you're fighting at 170 still.
Yeah.
You've decided to stay there.
Yeah. Since I moved to 70, I knew, no doubt in my mind, I'm saying
it was just
70.
too much.
Yeah.
To wake up, and now with no IV, right? Did you use IVs?
Yeah. Oh, I used IVs my whole career.
Really?
To make 55.
So
yeah.
that kind of sealed the deal.
For sure. Once they said no IVs and this and that, and then I heard you could get an IV, but you go to I was like, no. You said no IVs, fine, no IVs. You know.
How bad was it cutting down to 55?
Oh, it was bad. Like, if on Saturday I competed, by the next Saturday, just that 1 week that I took off, I'd blow up to like 189 without trying. You know, just boop. So I was like, man, most of my camp was concentrated on me just making weight, running and running and running. Every day I'd be running 4 to 5 miles either before or after practice, going to sleep hungry, waking up hungry, then running, then eating a small meal, then going to the gym. It was crazy. It was just concentrated on me making weight, you know?
How much do you weigh now?
Right now I'm like 191.
Is that normal for you?
But yeah, that's normal for me.
This far out from a fight?
Yeah.
Like
right.
what, 2 months?
Yeah. But I lose from 80 to 90, I lose the weight quick.
Okay.
So like in 3 weeks I'll be 85. In about another 5 weeks I'll be like 181 already. And then from there it's easy.
Why take you so long to get back in there?
Well,
it feels like it's been a while.
No, it has been a while.
Maybe it hasn't. 4 months? I guess it's not that long.
No, it's been longer than 4.
November, December, January, February. 4 months.
March, April, May.
March, April, May, right. Well, now that here we are. But you weren't hurt in that fight, right, against Benson?
No. Going into the fight, I was perfect. After the fight, I had a couple injuries that happened to me in the fight. My right hand, I busted it up pretty good, but it wasn't like it stopped me from throwing in the fight. In the fight, I was fine.
crazy thing is, when I think of your career, I was looking at your record. So we have the Iaquinta loss, right? Super close. You don't call it.
I know that's your boy, but you know that.
It's not my. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know that's your boy.
That's not. Look,
I see a little
we put
shrine
that,
you got up here
yeah.
for him, but you know I ain't lose that fight.
Look at this thing. You know this thing right here? Al Iaquinta told me to buy his training log, okay? So I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to buy your training. I'll support you. $40 for this thing on Amazon. This thing right here, training log. Okay, you see that? Do you know what's in this damn thing? It's okay, there's a little bit here about the author. Then it's this. Empty pages.
Oh, that's awesome.
Empty pages.
What a genius.
It's just empty.
That's fucking marketing right there. That's fucking serious.
Okay, forget about that one. What were the other fights in the UFC that you lost? Because it's more wins than losses. But my point is, it feels like your whole UFC career has been these super close fights.
Yeah. The Al fight to me is like mind blowing, you know, because I beat him everywhere, you know. I threw more, I landed more, I hurt him, he never hurt me, so it was real.
I want to go through it here because I was looking at it. It's like this a decision here or there, and your whole career is different. Is it tough for you to digest that? Okay, the Benson fight, right?
Yeah.
Super close.
Super close.
Do you think you won that one?
I think I won it, but in that fight, see, I could see like if you said, man, I thought you lost the Benson fight, and this is why you make your case. Well, I'm like, yeah, you know, that's your opinion. I could see where other people decide against me. I thought I won it, but I don't, you know, I'm biased with myself. But the Al fight is just like, man.
How many times you watched this fight?
I only watched it one time after it happened, and I waited like a couple weeks, and then I watched it.
You were pissed off, eh?
No, at the time I wasn't pissed. I was already like calm. I was like, let me watch this.
You were pissed off right after.
Yeah, after I watched it, hell yeah.
You were pissed.
Yeah.
Wow. And he was pissed too, swearing at the people, flipping him off.
He was pissed. I don't know why. He got the Christmas present, man.
Well, they were booing him, and I think he didn't appreciate that, right? Because they thought you won.
He knows why they were booing him.
Do you want that fight again?
If he comes up to 70,
I guess it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets tired of making 55. He comes up.
Khabibulov, okay, that was. I mean, we can concede that one, but then even like Gilbert.
Yeah, that's a fight I love to do just because he was hurt, I was hurt. I would just love to do it like both of us 100% and let's get to it, you know?
Is there something to be learned from this though? Like, do you feel like for some reason I didn't go, you know, I should have done a little more? Like, do you think about these things a lot?
No, they don't let me sleep at night. All these losses haunt me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I swear to you that I don't sleep at night thinking about it. I train and training. I'm always like, man, in this position, in that position. Like the Topi Mata. Yeah. I put myself, after that happened, 1,000 times in that position on purpose with judo guys because I had never experienced that with a judo guy. I had been in that position with like wrestlers and BJJ guys. They weren't like fully phenomenal at finishing from there. So after that happened with the Toby fight, I always put myself in that position on purpose to get, you know, aware of it, to feel how to get in, how to get out of it, you know. So there's not one loss on my record that I don't lose sleep over, you know.
But this one bothers you the most, the Iaquinta fight.
The Al one bothers me a lot. There's other ones that bother me a lot too. The Paul Daly one bothers me a lot to this day, you know.
Why?
There's a bunch. I felt I won that one clean, you know.
It's a crazy thing. I feel like you in particular have had the most sort of super close. Was that one split? That wasn't unanimous. That was in shark fights. Man,
that was like a 30-27 against me. Yeah. I was like, whoa. The crowd went nuts on that one. They were throwing beer at the fucking referees. Everybody. They were going nuts over there.
Do you watch the fights? Like, did you watch this weekend?
Yeah, I saw the fights this weekend.
What happened to your boy, Hector?
Damn, I don't know.
What happened there? He was so close.
So close. I lost a lot of money too. That's my partner, man. Yeah.
You bet on him?
Yeah.
You bet a lot on fights?
I bet a lot on fights.
Really? Who do you bet with?
I got a couple friends in Vegas, and then I got friends that got like the websites and stuff. They bet through them, so I bet.
I like how you do this. You know you're a real gambler when you do that. Bang, 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 bang.
No, I'm always.
How much did you lose on him?
I lost a little bit of money.
A pretty penny?
Hopefully I could declare it on my IRS taxes.
You saw it was super close, and then what? He gassed?
Yeah, I think combination of. I think he got tired and the ring rust maybe, you know, got to him a little bit too, you know. But it was so close. It was like the first minute, you know. Hector's such an unbelievable athlete though, you know. He's so explosive.
Never been finished.
Never been finished, man. Crazy, you know. And he's so like dynamic and good everywhere. Like I've seen him training with good wrestlers, boxing with good boxers. He's just disgusting in all areas. It's just a little tweak here, a little tweak there. I think he beats him in the rematch easy.
What about that second round though? Do you feel like they let it go too long? The referee, Steve Percival.
I think he was just trying to be fair because he let Magny go so long. But
he wasn't taking as much damage. In the first,
it was different because he had him like in It flattened out at one point.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, oh, man, that's bad, you know?
Right.
But, I mean, Hector didn't quit. And I think, I'm not sure, maybe I'm making this up in my head, but it looked like Hector was throwing the thumbs up.
Yeah.
And he was talking to him. So if he's doing all that, maybe Magny's so gassed out of his mind that the punches ain't hurting. Hector's just too tired to get out of it, but he could take the punches. So I thought it was that kind of situation. Like, yeah, if the guy's talking to you and he's throwing the hands up, obviously he's good, you know?
You talked to him since?
Yeah, I sent him a message. He's in Australia, so I didn't want to call him and stuff. You know, I sent him a message and just talking to him.
Did he write back?
Yeah, he wrote back.
He's okay?
He's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
He's a warrior, man. He's going to come back. He's just got to tweak a couple things, you know, and that's it.
The vibe there, a new gym, right, at ATT?
Yeah.
What's it like?
It's humongous. It's like the Walmart of gyms. It's huge, man.
It's come a long way. How long have you been there?
I've been there 9 years.
9 years. Wow. How old are you now?
31.
31, that's it.
31.
I feel like you've been around forever. How many pro fights do you have? 39. Yeah. It's going to be your 40th pro fight.
Yes, sir.
Wow. When do you want to stop?
I love to do this. This is what I like to do, you know. I like to fight. I don't really care for weight cutting, for dieting, for Instagram. I just like to fight. So I'm going to fight till my body tells me that's it. We had enough.
Would you say cutting weight and Instagram? I like how you throw Instagram.
Yeah, I don't really care for the social media too much, man. It feels like you're on probation. Hey, look at me here. Bye. Hey, I'm eating this. Bye. You know, too
much.
I just want to fight, you know.
Although I saw you tweet out the obligatory EA Sports tweet. They told you probably to do that, or maybe it was your manager who did that. I can't wait to play as myself. EA Sports. All the fighters doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, at least change the text so it doesn't look like everyone's doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Although you're mad. Weren't you mad that they didn't have you as 170? Or is that your manager as well? For God's sakes.
No, I control Instagram.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he doesn't get you the tickets.
Doesn't get me the tickets.
And yet he's complaining about your EA Sports weight class.
Somebody's going to miss him when I go back home.
But ATT, so you've been there for 9 years, right?
9 years.
Did you ever think you'd be able to make a living out of this?
Oh, yeah. I knew
you did.
Since I was 14 years old and I was getting, like, you know, just being childish. Like, man, I got $100 to beat this guy up.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a living out of this. You
Crazy.
know? And I just pursued a sense, you know. I always knew, like, in the back of my mind that if I put all my will, all my emphasis into this morning and night, I'm going to get to where I got to go. Maybe I didn't start out with the right base or the right training and I was involved in the street fighting and stuff, but I've gone and put myself in the most uncomfortable positions just to one day be where I'm at now and much further, you know. I got to wrestle with some of the best wrestlers in the country, just not because I'm half as good as them or anything, just so I could get prepared to face those wrestlers in the future, you know.
Does it bother you when people still relate you to the street fighting stuff?
It doesn't bother me when they're like, oh man, your street fights. I love them because people, you know, you see that it's a street fight, two dudes with bare knuckles just scoring at it. That's cool. But when they say like he's a street fighter, that I don't like because there's nobody in the gym in my weight class or in the world that you're gonna put in front of me that's gonna outclass me. That's gonna like, hey, if Masvidal gets taken down, it's over. No, you know, you saw Ben take me down and me get right back up. You saw me take Ben down. You see me to anybody that if I could take them down or I could stop a submission or I could hang on my feet. So when they just say he's a street fighter. No, I'm not some dude at the bar getting drunk doing fights. I did that at one point in my life to get money, but that's not who I am, you know?
Looking back on your career up until this point, are you content or do you feel like at this far along you should be champion, you should have more money? Like, you know what I mean? How do you feel about your career?
Definitely not content. There's a lot more work to do, you know? A lot more work. I think I got a good... If you follow my career, I haven't taken too much damage in fights. I've been dropped, but it's not like I've been dropped continuously or I get taken down and ground and pounded. Like, boom, I eat a right hand, I'll get back up and keep fighting. You know, I have good defense. So I have a lot of fights. I don't have a lot of miles on this body as far as damage goes. So I feel like I can fight till I'm at a high level till like I'm 35, 36. So I think I got like my best 4 or 5 years ahead of me.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
This is it?
This is it. I mean, every fight I feel like I'm making certain adjustments, you know. Even though I felt I won the Al fight and I felt I won the Ben fight, I've gone back, looked at them, and seen what could I have done better, what do I need, and I took 2 things out of those fights that I definitely could have done a little bit better. So I'm just gonna look.
What are those 2 things?
Definitely, I want to improve my cardio and take it through the roof. You know, judges just like, even though it's kind of corny sometimes, they just want to see you throw, even if you're missing, just throwing out the air and just. You seen that movie with Jim Carrey when he's
yeah.
I forget what movie it is.
So even if you're missing.
Yeah,
is it Night at the Roxbury? No, not Night at the Roxbury.
It's like one of those movies that Jim Carrey's like he's fighting and
he's just moving around a lot.
Yeah, he's just moving around. But
what does that say for judging if all you have to do is throw and not land?
I mean, I don't know. You get the guys that are shooting and just getting sprawled on and they're looking like garbage. The judges are still giving them the rounds, you know? I understand one thing. If I get taken down and you ride me out for 4 minutes, you won that round because you impose your will on me. But if you're throwing strikes and they're not landing and then you're shooting, you're not taking me down, and maybe I'm not throwing as much as you, but I'm throwing one and it's landing, I mean, you know, I don't know. It's just, you got to adapt to the rules. So
is it ever deflating, though, where you're like, man, I work for 4 months and then these 3 judges, more often than not, they get them wrong. They got them wrong on Saturday, too. They take away, you know, a win bone. You ever say, screw this?
Oh, I've said that plenty of times. That's why I keep...
Have you ever retired? Like said, I'm never fighting again?
Yeah, a couple times.
Really?
Not that I'm never fighting again, but I'm like, fuck, man, I'm gonna
it's got to be the most frustrating thing. I can't imagine the feeling.
I just wish there was like old school UFC, like, let's just go to a man till somebody quits.
Yeah.
You know, you could either verbally quit, you could tap, or you get knocked down. We're just gonna go, and that's it. Whatever happens, happens, you know? I think like that we'd get a lot of questions settled. But
from saying, oh, screw this, to actually, bless you, to actually, you know, coming back, how long?
What do you mean?
Like, have you ever been out for like 6 months, said I'm retired, I'm done, I'm going to look for another job? Or not that long?
Well, actually, I had the issue with Bellator was something like that, you know, because they weren't letting me fight. Then I finally got a fight, and they called those promoters, and they pulled me off the card. And then I ended up fighting anyways on like 2 days' notice. So these like when I was with Bellator, a lot of crazy, shitty shit happened, you know. I got offered to fight Ricardo Mayorga, actually, in an MMA bout, and they were gonna give me $50K flat.
Wow.
Just to fight him. At the time, I was dead broke, you know. I was hustling over there, so I was like, man, I need this fucking fight. Bellator didn't allow it to happen. Do you remember that promotion, Shine?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
It was supposed to be with them.
Yes, of course.
And they offered it to me first, then they ended up offering it to Dean Thomas.
Dean Thomas, yeah. That's right.
So Bellator got in contact with them and said, no, we got George Shine. There's no way this fight can happen. So when those things are going on, I was losing my mind, you know.
It's deflating.
I was like, man, I'm going to have to kill Bjorn or something, you know.
When's the last time you talked to him?
I haven't talked to him in years.
I'm sure you're happy that he's gone, right?
Once I left Bellator, I didn't wish him bad or good. Sure. I just didn't care for the dude, you know.
What would you do if you're not fighting?
I don't think I could answer that.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
The way you say it.
You talking about like for survival, like to get money?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I definitely could not be in an office.
You couldn't do that.
Yeah, I can't be controlled, man. Like I can't just be sitting down and typing and stuff. I got way too much energy. I don't know, man.
Maybe work at the gym?
Nah, I can't.
You can't do that. So you're not gonna be one of these coaches.
I could coach like people that would really want to get after, whether they wanted to compete or not. As long as they came in and they had like a good work ethic, I could work with them. But I don't know if I'll be a coach, you know. That probably like a poker player, and I'm not bad at it. I'm not great, but I can make my money.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
Poker, interesting. Yeah. You watch poker on TV?
I watch a lot of poker, and I've spent countless of dollars on poker.
Really? Is that smart? Do you wish you didn't do that?
I definitely wish I didn't do that, but I got a lot of buddies of mine that are like good friends that I see them playing poker, and they're making crazy money. So I'm like, man, these are my boys. Why can't I do it? I've been playing with these guys since we were kids, you know, and poker is it's a real interesting game.
What about fighting in Vegas? Is it hard to be in the casino? Will you gamble when you?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gambling all week long. Yeah. Yeah. I get in there a little bit early just so I could gamble, you know.
Really?
Yeah, Vegas is always good money.
So you like to fight in Vegas?
Definitely. I like anything that'll take my mind off fight week because I'm always thinking about the fight. So if I can sit at the table and just think about playing cards and forget about the fighting, that's what I'll do, you know.
So like when you have to go to Fairfax, Virginia, that kind of sucks because there's nothing to do.
Nothing to do. Just sit in your hotel and watch paint dry.
But is it possible that you might get upset that you lost money and then that leads to a bad performance?
Or it leads to you getting a bonus.
Oh, okay.
One of the two.
But then you break even.
Kind of. Nah, I don't want to lose that much at the table either.
Okay, you never lost that much.
The most I've lost in a day is $1,000 probably. Because I usually cap myself like, all right, I'm going to go with 2 buy-ins of $500. If I lose them both, that's it, I'm done.
What does your wife think about that? Or your girl? Are you married?
My wife, yeah.
Your wife. What does she think about this?
She knows she can't control me.
She can't?
She can't control me.
How long have you guys been together?
Woo!
Oh, a minute.
Yeah.
As the kids say.
Yeah.
Over 10 years?
Just about 10 years.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah, she's got patience, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a handful, so she's...
How did you meet?
I used to go to a gym, and she was doing like a cardio kickboxing class.
Oh, yes.
And I seen her, and I just put the pressure on her, pressure, and pressure bust pipes, and that's it, you know.
Multiple times pressure? Wasn't just one and done?
Nah. She
really?
Yeah.
Did you have the poof back then?
Nah, I just cut it off.
That's the
the
problem.
problem. If I would have had the poof, it would have been in and out. But nah, I had to put the pressure. I'm a hunter gatherer.
Sure.
As my friends would describe me, if I see something I like, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna find out at least. You know, might be yes, might be no, but I'm gonna go find out. You know.
Okay. I was watching those Tales from the Grind clips. Remember that?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that Genghis Khan guy who put them together? Really nice clips.
He just he was in Thailand for about a year and a couple months. He was doing Phuket dreaming. Then he came back. He just left to Africa. He was doing, I don't know if you ever saw those videos of the African wrestlers. Super studs, like super athletic dudes wrestling. They got their own type of wrestling where it's like open hand strikes and wrestling.
Jeez.
It's huge over there. So he just went over there for like 2 weeks to cover it. Now he's back over here. He's going to be coming to Miami soon, so we might do something.
That stuff was great. He did like a 4-part series on you. Really nicely shot.
Yeah.
You
and Colby Covington living together.
Yeah.
There's one scene where Kami Barzini, your coach, or is he the wrestling coach or more the head coach now at ATT?
No, he's the wrestling coach.
Okay, he comes to your apartment, and this is before the Chiesa fight, and he's saying like, it's not about like if this fight goes to the second round, I'm leaving. he should smoke this guy. Now you ended up submitting him in the second round with like a second left.
Yeah, with a second left.
Did he leave?
He had put on his jacket already to go outside because it was cold, but he didn't get to leaving. He was like in limbo of leaving, you know.
But he had to come wake you up, like you weren't coming to the gym. He's like, this guy. The problem with him is that he doesn't push himself. That I have to come wake him up and stuff.
Nah, man, that's what
he said.
Yeah, that's what he said. But that's just him talking smack, man. I'm in the gym more than he's in the gym, man.
Really?
Yeah, I outwork him any day.
So that's not a problem with you. Motivation.
No, here's the problem. If I don't have a fight, it's different for me. I'm not the guy that's always in the gym. When I don't have a fight, I stay running, I stay swimming, things like that. But I'm not in the gym like always. When I have a fight, I'm in the gym 2-3 times a day, every day.
Really?
Yeah.
And are we still eating bad food?
Yeah.
Still.
Always.
During fight week.
I just picked that right now on the way over.
Would you?
Shawarmas.
Oh yeah.
I had a healthy juice with like carrots in it.
That's good.
All that good stuff.
That's good.
Yesterday I messed up, man.
What'd you have?
I went to a Dominican spot.
Okay. In the city?
No, over there in Long Island. My wife's family's from Long Island. They're Dominican, so they took me to the Dominican spot. I shut that shit down.
Really?
Yeah.
But still, okay, I could live with that. But the McDonald's and all that.
The McDonald's, I mean, cause my dad's on my case, man. He's like, man, you can't do this.
Enough's
man.
enough. Yeah, you gotta listen to your dad.
You know, so he tries to cook for me healthy stuff stuff that I like.
Okay.
That's like healthy. I love Spanish food, and I'm always eating that at least once a day. But I do still mess around and get junk food, you know.
So when's the last time you had McDonald's?
McDonald's, well, I had McDonald's fries like a couple weeks ago. Not the burger.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
But back in the day, you were eating it all the time.
Oh yeah, when I was in like Bellator.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the thing was, I thought I had a diet in my head because I would make the weight anyways. I would have McDonald's, and then when I'd get closer to the family, like, nah, I gotta start eating healthy now. I didn't know better. I thought I'm so stupid at the time. I was like, man, I gotta eat healthy now. I gotta get Taco Bell. I gotta get some greens in there. I gotta get some lettuce in there, or get Wendy's the baked potato with the with the baked beans, you know, with the chili. I mean, and I thought I was doing good. I was like, man, I'm doing good, you know, baked potato, baked beans. I'm doing good. But
at what point did you figure out that this was not smart? Were you already in the UFC?
Kind of, yeah. I was still eating back because the thing to me was, if it's just for weight, because performance wise, I'll eat McDonald's right now, go to the gym and kick everybody's butt. That doesn't.
But maybe that affects your cardio.
I don't know if it affects your cardio. That's the thing, because I do.
It's like a car.
You think?
Well, if your body's like a car and you're putting crap in your car, it's not going to perform as well, right? You never heard this today?
You sound like Kobe, because that's how Kobe doesn't eat McDonald's ever. He never eats junk food. We be coming from the club at 3 a.m. Hey, let's get some Taco Bell. Nah, bro, I'll just wait tomorrow. And, you know, I'll just make, or he'll make pancakes at home, protein pancakes. What the fuck you doing, bro? It's fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. You had like 15 beers. No, I don't want to eat Taco Bell. No, I'm not going to eat that. And it's like, he really preaches that a lot. Like, you got to eat healthy. So we would have all these mindfuck games. Like when it was close to the fight, the week of the fight, or like 2 weeks out, he'd buy the shit that he knew that I was a sucker for. And we'd put it right there on the community zone just to fuck with me, you know, just so like I'd have to pass by it every day and see if I'd break, you know. Then I'd do the same thing to him. Did you break? Or do you break? I broke him once.
Really?
Had, these cookies from Whole Foods. They're toffee.
Oh, yeah.
They're a problem, man.
What about the brownies for breakfast? That used to be your thing.
Yeah, I still fuck around with that.
Really?
Not for breakfast, because I try to, like, you know, I do my cardio fasting now, so I wake up, I don't eat, I go work out for like a good hour and a half.
Yeah.
Come back, and then
doesn't it almost offset the the cardio fasting if you finish it up with a brownie?
I don't know, man. Because the thing is with me, I get on the scale and I go, okay, I gained X amount of weight here. I'm just going to run 4 miles. You know, if I go to McDonald's and pick on, I just get back, wait like an hour and boom, go run, you know?
Have you ever thought about working with like a Dolce type?
Dolce's helped me out in the past because he works with a lot of dudes with ATT and stuff. But now that I'm at 70, I know, and I've been doing this so long, I know what I got to do. Like 7-8 weeks out for 155. I know off season I eat a lot of bullshit, but when I was at 55, I'd have a good strict diet for about 10 weeks of fish, vegetables, and fish and vegetables.
Okay.
Every once in a while, like every once in 2 weeks, I'd fuck around and have a burger from some place that shouldn't have it. But at 55, I was real strict with my diet. Now I'm a little more lenient. You know, I could, have a burger or a slice of pizza or whatever.
Right. Dada Kimbo, by the way, were you into that? That was the Battle of Miami.
It was tough. I wouldn't say Dada's one of the representatives from Miami. Kimbo is. I know he might not looked amazing in the fight, but Kimbo's got a ton of heart, man. Yeah. He'll fight anybody. He's not the most
skilled. He's your teammate now.
Yeah, he's been a long-time teammate of ours. He's got a ton of heart, man. He doesn't have the skill level because he started a little bit later, you know? But he's got a ton of heart, you know? He's going to go out there and fight and give it his all.
That his heart stopped.
I heard.
It's crazy, man.
I heard he's still in the hospital.
He just got out.
Okay.
Like a week ago.
God bless him.
God bless. You know Dada?
I've met him.
You met him?
Yeah.
Good
at
guy?
One of the backyard fights. Cool dude. I never kicked it with him or nothing like that.
All right. So May 20, are you going to be training here in New York?
Yes, I'm gonna go check out Phil Nurse right now. We're gonna get some pad sessions right now. Yeah, the what?
Does he know you're coming?
Yes, I hope.
And what about Henzo?
Henzo, I didn't get to make it because I put in the wrong address. I came here instead of Henzo's because I'm an idiot, man. So
you're not gonna go in at all?
I'm gonna go to Henzo's tomorrow.
Oh, hopefully. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna reschedule for tomorrow.
Why don't you go? You and I, Quinta, come on, different weight classes.
Well, if Al gives me an invitation, I'll go over there.
Come on, Al's watching this show. He's been tweeting about it all day.
Yeah, well,
he's not doing anything.
Well, if they give me an invitation, why not? I'm staying in Long Island.
Yeah, you're right there.
I don't give a fuck. Of course I'll go, man.
That would be something. I want to see a tweet from you in the next couple of days. How long are you here for?
I think I'm gonna be here till like Thursday, Wednesday.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got some time.
Yeah.
A couple more days.
Yeah.
May 29th, Las Vegas. Masvidal, Larkin. Could we get a finish here so that we can remind?
I'm going for the finish.
Okay.
I wanna just get in his face like I did with Ben and fight, and
the Muchachi fight.
Yeah, something like that. I just want to get in his face, keep the pressure, and try to put him away. Hurt him.
All right. Pleasure to have you here.
Yes, sir.
There he is. And by the way, some say Jorge, some say George. It's Jorge, right?
They've been switching my name since. I remember I'd get to class in like 3rd grade, and the teachers would be like, "Hey, how do you say your name?"
George?
Jorge. And then the teacher would call me George, so I'm used to everybody just
But legit is Jorge.
Jorge.
Masvidal.
Close enough.
There he is, Gamebred Fighter himself. He doesn't like social media, but that's his Twitter handle there if you want to talk to him, at Gamebred Fighter. He's 155 pounds in the EA game. I learned that on your own Twitter feed. You'd even post it. And Abraham Kawa, you're in trouble. Your neighbor, right?
Yeah, he's actually my neighbor.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why he's in real big trouble.
You should throw your garbage over there.
Oh, I've already done everything to him. Nice.
Tells you that you're going to have tickets, and he doesn't even come through.
He's a good dude, though.
He is a good dude.
That's why he's not dead yet.
He returns to action May 29th in Las Vegas against Lorenz Larkin. Appreciate the time, my man. Thank you very much for coming. There he is, Jorge Masvidal. In a minute, we're going to be joined by Mark Hunt. Did you see that? The knockout?
Wow, yes.
Did you bet on him? You lost?
I was going for Hunt.
Okay.
But me and a couple of my buddies, we had a parlay going, and they had put Mir, and I was like, man, I want to go with Hunt. They're like, no, but Mir's an underdog. We got to pick Mir so we could get this money and whatever. But I'm a huge Mark Hunt fan.
Who isn't?
I know who is. And I got to meet him when he was at ATT, the coolest dude on the planet.
That's possibly. Right.